Good morning, delivery fam, and welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with UDM on the Life of a Gig Worker podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about refusing additional cash tips and why it is technically rude. All right. Now, I want to tell y'all that I received this order for $684.28. It was not a large order at all, and I'll show you a picture of it. It was going 5.9 miles. The delivery commission was $15.12. The gratuity is $81.06, which I believe is a great tip. Okay. For the work that I had to put in, that was a beyond great tip. Okay. Now, let me just show you what the order looked like. Just a few platters and a few bowls, right? If you look at what's on the screen here, you have one dessert platter there, and there was another dessert platter, but I guess the customer didn't take it from me at the time. But then there's maybe about 7 to 8 platters, or maybe 9, and then this bag right here with the serving utensils and the napkins and plates, and I did not have to set up diddly squat. Nothing at all. This customer was just grateful for the fact that I brought the food. But at the same time, it was a bit of a headache trying to get in contact with this customer at the gate, because it was a gated community. It was the gate person got frustrated. They had to keep on calling, and no one was answering. They wasn't even going to allow me in. Now, I get to the address, the drop-off location, same situation for me. I'm now knocking on the door, calling the customer, absolutely no response. Then someone kind of heard me knocking, and they were like, hello? Oh man, I knew I heard somebody knocking. So then I let them know that I'm there to drop off this order, as you can see here. And when I delivered it, I put it on the tables. I didn't have to set up anything, like I told you. And the customer, for some reason, they decided to give me this. This is $40 in cash. Okay. So immediately I was thinking to myself, yo, but she tipped very well in the app. Now, she didn't even ask me, hey, did you get the tip that I left you in the app? Nothing. It was no conversation about the tip or the order that was placed. And I keep saying tip in the app, but what I mean by that is the direct partner with DeliverThat sent that order to DeliverThat, and then I received it. So when this customer went to wherever she went and she brought me $40 in cash, my initial reaction was like kind of hesitant, because I'm saying to myself, they tipped me pretty good in the app. I don't even want this cash. But looking at her, there was a slight pause of, hello, I'm trying to give you, she didn't say this out her mouth, but this slight pause of like, hey, I'm trying to give you this money. Take it. So I took it. But there's a part of me that just felt like, man, you tipped me $121, I believe. Let me just go back to this. $121, 40 plus the 81. And I'm like, what the heck did I do? I didn't do anything but bring the food. Now, I don't know if this additional 40 was because of how difficult it was to get in contact with her and how long I was standing out there waiting for someone to answer the door. But then there's a part of me that just felt like it was just so wrong. But I also understand that there are people out here that do appreciate what I do. Even if this customer might not have been a regular customer of mine, I'm pretty sure they have had other orders delivered by other drivers, and the fact that they had a decent experience, they were willing to give me an additional cash tip. So they appreciate what we do. So if they were to give me any cash, no matter how I would feel, I would take it because it would be deemed as rude that I'm not accepting the gift that I'm receiving or I'm being given. It would be deemed as rude. And I don't know how that whole conversation would have went if I chose not to take the additional cash tip. So it's something to think about. And I want to know, have you ever been in this situation where you just felt like, man, they tipped me really well and then they still trying to give me more money? Did you feel some type of way like, nah, don't give me any more? It's like, even if you don't say it out your mouth, did you have that internal feeling of, nah, don't give me any more because you already tipped me really well and it's tough nowadays, I mean, for any customer that's placing an order for delivery for the convenience should leave a tip. But at the type of tip, the amount of the tip, do you feel wrong? And did you ever refuse to accept an additional cash tip? If you did, what was the response like by the customer? I would tell you that if I am choosing to give you something additional, you better take it. And I'm just being honest here. If I'm trying to give you something additional out of my good faith, I'm trying to do something for you. You better take it. I remember there was once I went grocery shopping and there was a young man that came. He helped me out. I had 2 carts of groceries. He helped me bring all the food to my vehicle. In my mind, I'm already set. I had some cash. I was going to give him all the cash that I had. It was about $15 in cash, singles, fives, and so on and so on. So I'm like, okay, he's going to help me. I'm going to load up my vehicle, and then I'm going to go about my way. I'm going to give him this cash tip and go about my way. The minute I pulled out all that cash, ready to just hand it to him, that young man jumped back. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I can't take this. You know how I felt? I'm like, man, you better take this damn money. I'm like, dude, you done helped me, wheeled out my cart, helped me load my vehicle and all kind of stuff. You telling me you can't take this money? You better take this. I kind of felt like a bully at the moment. But he was like, sorry, I cannot. And there's cameras in the parking lot. I cannot. We're not allowed to. We're just supposed to do this out of good faith. So I take that with me. Every time I go out on the road, I take that same mindset with me, even if I feel the way that I feel about this $81 tip on this just 7 platters, 7 to 8 platters and some bowls. And I don't have to set it up. You damn right. I felt some type of way that they trying to give me an additional $40. I felt some type of way about it. But all in all, it's not about how I feel. It's about the customer, right? And that will be considered to be rude. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section down below. And I will see you in the next episode. Deuces. Oh, yeah. What time it is, D-Fam? It's time to, go get your money.